Hey everybody, Mablak here. We're just doing a Crespo's Worms tournament match. We have Rafka versus Koras, two Polish players, two amazingly great players, and we're ready to start. Okay, looks like we have Rafka first. He's in blue, Koras is in red. Rafka is definitely a top league player currently, and Koras has been in the past. There was a time when me, him, and Dario were really competing for top 3 spots. Granted, that was about 10 years ago. Still, this could be a good one. Also worth noting, Cora said he hasn't slept in like 14 hours. I'm glad that players are arranging their games. It can be hard. Looks like we have a very simple starting turn from Rafka. There's a certain logic to that turn. Notice he has 4 worms in the middle. It's a bit of a strange situation. But he really wants to avoid cows, so it might be that his plan is to just kill that middle worm. That's a load off his mind. This could complicate things, though. Looks like Chorus is going for probably a kill. He probably wants to make sure this is a sure kill. If this makes a hole, then Rafka's plan may not be quite to plan. It looks like that's probably good for Rafka that there's no hole. So he can, I'm guessing he's going to finish off this worm. It takes a lot of restraint to not go for a straight up kill right away. Typically, you'd always do that. But he needs to find a really careful way out of the middle. It looks like he might sort of be coalescing to the right side because Rafka has most of his worms on the right. Meanwhile, Chorus is probably going to take off that Monica worm on the left. Just being careful, setting off those mines makes sense. Interesting thing about Chorus, I know in the past, he has used Holy Hand Grenade. Not many people use that. If he's using that today, then I'd be really interested. Okay, he does another grenade to the barrel. 131, that's really good. Due to flame RNG, I think neither one of those is like 100% guaranteed, but his placement was solid and seemed like pretty likely kills. Two turns, 2 kills from Chorus. That's quite good, I have to say. What's up to Dender in chat? This map is maybe a little more segmented than the typical map. There's a little bit of a bottleneck between the right and the left. It's good to know how to deal with that, though. Curious what the results of this turn is going to be. Okay, Koras is thinking about his retreat. He doesn't want to be knockable. If he can be knocked to the left, that could be a double kill on him. I even just want to... I would even say maybe just like jump forward over the blue object. You know what? I bet Rafka's gonna do a double knock. He's gonna use 2 ropes here. I would not put it past him. It's breaking out the ropes. And yeah, this is yep, Koras did not need to leave himself open for this. This is going to be some punishment here. The cows are out. Ooh. Ooh, that hurts. Ouch. Well, there's the power of cows for you. Small positional slip up and you're toast. 2 kills. Also worth noting, you know, Rafka had that worm planned as the next worm to go, which is very efficient, you know? Just not having to use any of those extra worm selects. Koras is taking a quick turn. Interesting. Although Rafka did take out 2 of the red worms on his side, now he's kind of secured the right. He's got to make sure that he separates his worms here. This could be really bad if he does not do that. Koras still has that worm Stanley in the middle, so he can do some serious damage here. Koras was asking Chuvash in chat if he's in CWT. Not this year. Wonder if it's the whole arranging. Arranging is always super annoying. Oh, it looks like Koras is opening up. Wow. So Koras is at a disadvantage here at the moment. For full health worms, 1 half worm. Rafka's got 5 full health worms and a half worm. But I'm wondering what's the situation with Stanley in the middle. Like, that's a real attack opportunity. Teleport. Yeah, I guess he's teleporting. Looks like Rafka wants to be in a place where he can attack with using minimal utilities and not be, like, easily piled. Okay, looks like we may see an attack here. Selected this worm. I mean, he wants to make sure he gets an attack in before this worm dies. Pretty much anything you do here is going to be pretty good. He does have the holy. Is such... so silly. Oh, he... I mean, he gets a pretty solid pile. That's a lot of damage. So he did enough damage that he can kill the 2 worms he hit with just a shotgun, if he can get them both. But, I mean, Rafka's going to play smart. He's going to split those worms. Make it hard to accomplish that. Yeah, chicken, I think the piling was okay, but what the next worm to go was, like, in the pile. It looks like still the advantage is for Rafka, but... I don't know. If Koras continues to play smart, he's still in this for sure. Okay, he might go for... Actually, I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, just a simple shotgun. Okay, it looks like he was going to find it too hard to also kill D up there, so he's just going to kill Doman. Definitely want to get those kills while you can. Really important. Sometimes just doing 25 damage to a worm, it's usually not what you want, but sometimes it can pay off. Say you like trapped by a girder later, you break out with 1 shotgun. Then you hit that 75 worm again, you have 50. Okay, Rafka does a knock. Just wants to do a decent amount of damage to the left worm here. It's like dynamite. Making sure to kill Stanley. I'm curious if he can get this worm into the mine. He does it, nice. That was a good one. Wonder if a kill was possible. I don't think it seemed a bit much to get a kill, but that's still quite good. So Koras is down to 4 worms. Rafka still has 5. Okay, another rope use. If Koras just kind of stays to the left, it's going to be hard for Rafka to rope up there. It's going to have to use a lot of resources. But that's kind of only if Koras gets one of those bottom 2 worms out of the way. Okay, he's going for more damage on Maddie. Looks like Rafka's having to use this far right worm. He doesn't really want to. Yeah, definitely the time to use a worm select. A lot of times when you like really don't want to use a worm, just select the next worm in rotation. Then it's like as many worms as possible away from that worm. Remember, Rafka did have to use 2 ropes to do that cow attack. That looks like his last rope. If people don't know, you get 5 ropes, 1 low gravity, 1 jetpack. This is traditional intermediate. The scheme that comes with the game with just a really small modification of no crates and 1 less power on clusters and mortars. So since Rafka's low on resources, he's kind of trying to make sure he ends his turns in, higher spots. Looks like Koras is countering that idea, knocking this worm down. At this point, though, I'm actually wondering if has Rafka used too many resources? He was pretty decisively ahead, but he's really got to play this carefully. Sensing a grenade right here just to... Oh, what? It's not even gonna... Oh, this might be a turn order thing. Like, if he kills that worm, it might be Nasty Nas next. Korean Red Dragon and Chicken in chat. What's up? Yeah, good to see you. Korean Red Dragon and Chicken, both old timers. As old school as me, if not more so. I see. So the purpose of Rafka's move there was, even though he could have killed that 18 health worm, he just wanted to delay turns so that this worm going now wouldn't get killed. Typically, you don't want to do just arbitrary delays, but sometimes you have to do delays just so that the worm order works out. Ooh, gotta be careful. That was a good shot. That could have been a really nasty pile. Okay, another one of Koras's worms bites the dust. Rafka's got 4 worms. Koras has 3. Those worms are a bit close, though, aren't they? I have to say, this is, looks like Rafka positioned his worms, like, almost just out of double killable range. Let's see. Nice placement. Oh, this is, like, really close. Oh my god. He barely got that. That was, whew. And, you know, to some extent, Rafka allowed that to happen. He could have taken that shot from a higher position. He didn't have to move his worm all the way down, I don't think. Yeah, Koras is not to be underestimated, guys. He knows his stuff. It's really... I love that he's still using the Holy Hand Grenade, too. Typically, the best weapons are either cows or pigeons. Like, those are solidly the top two. Holy after that. It does look like this is coming down to sudden death. The sudden death timer's running. You can see the messages at the top of the screen. Okay, Koras is opening up his lower worm here. It's so important for sudden death that your worms are just not blocked. KRD in chat thinks there may be some religious significance to the use of the holy bomb, being Polish. Well, I don't know Koras's beliefs. I know Rafka is pretty religious. And yet he chooses the satanic cows. So I hope both players are keeping good track. Sudden death is due to hit very soon. Oh, he's going for... Okay. Okay, so Rafka's making sure to get a kill. This is interesting. It's kind of scary for Rafka. I mean, he... Okay, no sudden death. It is very close. Might be wise if Koras just takes a really, really quick turn. Still has a jetpack. I think Rafka still has a jetpack too. Oh, he's taking a bit long. So I think we have crossed the threshold. So what I'm thinking here is that the sudden death timer is now out. Once that happens on the next turn, 50% chance of sudden death. Whew. Oh my god, this is pretty nerve-wracking. No sudden death. Oh no. So he knows for sure it's gonna come the turn after this. Honestly, let me see here. So to block this worm, he's got to make sure that it can be a perfect block. It's got to get to an unshotgunnable hide, which... wow. Okay. I think Koras lucked out a little bit here. And I do wish I could keep better track of the weapons. I am not remembering if Koras used low gravity. Oh wait, he literally just did. Right. So one thing about the girder that Rafka laid, he blocked off his way to the left. I feel like, I don't know, I would probably just go for it. He's got to do some, is he going to block again? Man, this is rough. Okay, he's just going to get a kill on Nasty Nas and retreat. Oof. I mean, as far as I know, Koras still has a rope. This only takes one rope to get over there. Or even one parachute, probably. Oh, he does have jetpack? Okay. Yep, should be pretty straightforward. Okay, Koras gets the first round. Was definitely partly decided by sudden death. There might have been a tie there, possibility for Rafka if he was really gung-ho about it. Okay, another cavern. Oh, peace out, chicken. You know, after that cow move, I was not expecting Koras to come back from that, but Rafka was just a little bit too much of a spendthrift. Like, Rafka didn't have the utilities he needed. He used his ropes a little quickly, I think. Okay, let's make sure this is nice and... Sorry, I want to make sure this map is quite robust. Does Koras really prefer Chuck Norris over John Claude? Don't know how to feel about that. All right, and Koras is up first this time. Just double check those colors. Right. Well, if he makes good use of this mine, he could get a double kill right off the bat. This takes some careful planning. He has to think about the trajectory of each worm and the mine. And there's a spare mine over there that takes out the other worm. I don't know if he was planning on the spare mine, but it probably crossed his mind. Yeah, the second mine's a little bit, maybe questionable. Okay, Rafka is striking back. That is a pretty damn good pile. Now, he doesn't quite get a kill. It's definitely not great to leave. You know, when you can get a kill in these cave rounds, it's good to just get the kill. Even if it costs you like a sheep or something. Yeah, these low health worms, sometimes low health worms can be like, you know, you've hit them, you've made them angry. They're like little sacrificial pawns, basically. They could do things like kamikaze, because it's like no big loss. So it's definitely good to not create low health worms. Honestly, though, looking at Rafka's positions, you know, Agata appears to be blocked, Doman appears to be blocked. Okay, he's making sure to finish off these worms. It's all about that worm count. Okay, shotgun will do the job. And looking on the left side, so Koras does have that left worm. This worm is trapped. Can potentially block or just teleport out of there. So right now, Koras is probably thinking about these middle 3 worms. Stanley can be easily killed. And then there's Jay Zajdel and Alco. They could be cowed. Also, Rafka has to worry about Holy Hand Grenade. It's a weird thing to worry about, just normally not something you have to consider. Some options here. He doesn't want to let the worms in the middle get away, I'm sure. So he's probably thinking about how to get Tom out of there. If Tom's next in the rotation, he'll probably just wait and then teleport in then. Oh, and he is he's teleporting out. That's interesting. I wonder why he teleported out instead of making like a pathway, because if you made a pathway, then, you know, Maddie could get out also. This is unfortunately a bit tough for Rafka with these positions. He's going to have to really find a way just to efficiently get out. Okay, and Koras has teleported that trapped worm to the left side. So Koras is taking the left, Rafka is taking the right. Typical fort mode situation. If you got a bunch of your own worms on one side, they can really gang up on your opponent. Interesting, he's going for this worm? Wonder why this worm? Okay, I guess he's just gonna pile with this worm. Pretty sure he did not intend to pile like quite that close to the barrel. Even still though, Rafka may have missed out on an opportunity for cows on the middle two worms there. Or even just killing Stanley directly. You will notice, since he piled that worm that just went, it's going to be hard to attack his Tom worm. It's like Koras is a little unsure of what to do. Which is surprising. I think could have potentially skunked. He's giving himself a way up. That could be really important for the long game here. Okay, Rafka is escaping and blowing the barrel so that can't be used against him. And he does hit his own worm. I'm not sure how much that matters, really. Okay, we could see a skunk here. Probably doesn't want to open up Agata. Okay, interesting. No attack, just opening up. So it looks like Koras is confident that by opening up, he'll be able to start attacking the blue side. Man, this hide is... Gotta feel for Rafka, because these hides are, like, really annoying. So, Koras has the opportunity to maybe attack Tom here. You could probably get off a battle axe, but then the hide is not very nice. Well, he's just doing some damage, I guess. Okay, good choice by Koras. He's opening up his freshly blocked worm. That worm Stanley is free now. So Rafka needs to think about, is there some multitasking he can do? Like, can he open this worm and then open Domin, for example? I think Nasty Nas, this worm is next, so he's just blocking. Now, is this worm could go for Adam down there. I wouldn't say there's, If he does kill Adam, there is not a great hide for him, but, okay, he does go for the kill. Now, he in turn is killable in one turn. I mean, it's not super easy. Let's see how Rafka tries to kill him here. Really? It's not even gonna try to kill? Like, there's almost no downside to just trying. Okay, he's being very safe, I have to say. And so Rafka still has not used his cows. And Koras has still not used his Holy Hand Grenade. This could be some multitasking here, maybe a Fire Punch. Why not? You can escape and attack. Makes a lot of sense. Okay, Rafka's managing his Worm Order pretty well. So there's different options here for him. He can kill this worm, Alco. If he does that, he knows his worm is over here is also gonna die in like a turn. So that would be just a trade. Yeah, it's assuming this game goes to sudden death, it's not a bad trade. So, Koras is going to waste Worm killing Tom, most likely. Then Raph is going to kill Nasty Nas. Then it's 4v4. Oh, wow. So Koras is going for the skunk. Oh, he gets a worm. There was, yeah, there was some chance of getting 2 worms there. Yeah, Koras has not used the holy yet. The thing about this skunk, I don't think the skunk is going to be decisive. I think sudden death is going to hit before it matters too much. I will say, Holy Hand Grenade, it does provide some interesting options for sudden death. Like, you really can't group your worms too close together. Oh, is he really gonna try this? I mean, it could... Wow, that was a pretty good try, honestly. I mean, like... Let's say nice try to that. I mean, if that got a kill, I would be pretty impressed. Because that would be like a partly improv kill. You have to time the sheep, but you don't know exactly how big its jumps are going to be. What mystifies me is, how is Rafka's worm Tom still alive? Koras has been sending in animals through the gap. I mean, I think Rafka still has a select worm. I'm not sure. If Rafka does have a select worm still, I feel like maybe he should have used it to select Tom and get out of there, but I don't know if he does. Okay, so we're in that 4v4 situation. Koras has 4 worms on the left. Rafka has 4 on the right. Both players had some advantages and disadvantages. Both players had some trapped worms at the start. But it's quite even now. I mean, most likely sudden death is going to hit, and it's just going to be 4v4. In cases like this, just very little things can matter a lot. Like the shape of the land. Like, both players kind of have a different spot where they could place a mine and then break through on the next turn. But Rafka's sloped land up here by Agata, I mean, that's a pretty good spot for placing a mine. Rafka goes for the double skunk. Nicely done, but this is late in the game. I think the only real logic of the skunk is if you want to do a bold move and break through before sudden death hits, well, I may be able to just barely kill one of your worms. So it's a bit of a deterrent. That said, I would definitely eye the possibility of holding on to the skunk and sending it through once the worms are down to 1 health, because who knows, maybe you could get a kill that way. I think Rafka wants to do, like, quicker turns. He probably wants to get D out of the way. Worm's kind of close. KR, do you want to see the health bars? It's not how I raised you. As we all hopefully know, in intermediate, the health bars don't matter. If anything, they will only mislead you. It's all about worm count, baby. Man, this is... this whole situation here is really hard to navigate. There might be, like, 1 turn left before sudden death. But okay, let's say sudden death hits, and... let's say Rafka's up. Let's say he breaks through, he kills Stanley. Koras can kill 2 worms. Then he can kill 2 worms. Sorry, then Rafka can kill 2 worms. Then Koras may be able to kill 2 worms again. Whatever the case, you really don't want to be the first person to break through. Oh, quick turn. It's got to be a quick turn. On this one, I'm thinking, like, because he wants D to be up. Right? Because D could just get, like, blowtorched even without, like, opening up. Oh, okay. Alright. Is that going to push D? Whoa! Oh, no. Oh, no. That's... Oh, dear. Well, that worm may actually live. I think Koras might wait out the clock. Alright. If the clock's out, 50% chance D is sinking. Oh, wow. Let's see. Oh, but the clock is not even out yet. Okay. Still seeing those messages on top of the screen. I think the thing to do here is just like, you want to make sure that you can't be, like there's no worm that can be shotgunned into another worm. But it kind of seems like Rafka is in that position now. So Petrol lasts for 5 turns after you have finished the turn that you threw it. And that means it's going to, it always lasts like in your benefit of the player who threw it. So it's going to go for Rafka's turn, then still be there for Koras's next turn, then be gone on Rafka's next turn. Another way to remember, it's the petrol stays at this little tiny petrol stage for 2 turns. Okay, Rafka was holding on to that teleport. Mostly doing that just to make sure that he can't be double killed. Once Koras breaks through, though, Holy Hand Grenade is pretty menacing. Really got to make sure it doesn't kill like 3 worms at once. There's a slight danger with Koras's worm Asshole. It could be rope knocked. Yep, and since Rafka was the one that threw the petrol, it goes out on his turn. Okay, relocates a worm. Uses worm select. Okay, I like this. He is taking the initiative. Wow, he's being the first one to attack. Run. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what choice of worm is great there. Okay, he knows Penny's going next. But he still has a select worm. This worm can, like, be knocked, I guess, but I don't know. You couldn't really get fall damage. You could just knock him to the water, I suppose. I mean, have the water rise and kill him. One problem here, Koras is not acting quick enough. He's not getting a double kill. If he was a little faster, he could get down there and kill D. This is a bit of a planning mistake. I don't know. This could be a problem. Okay, Rafka has a bit of a maze to get through. This is where planning your jumps really carefully matters. You need to know that you can create a path to 2 worms. So he's taking out the 2 worms that are just closest to his right side, because he wants his penny worm on the left to have to travel as far as possible. Okay, he's got to think carefully about his hide. Okay, Rafka has really seized the advantage here. Let's say if Koras had killed D, well, Rafka would have done a similar move. He would only have Domi and Maddie left. But if he did that, then Koras could potentially say, just Petrol here, kill that invading worm, and then be blocked off. And it might be a 1v1. Instead, he is really on his last legs here, his last tail. Oh no. I'm gonna chalk that up to sleep deprivation. It's not realizing he was aimed down from before. So, good game. Rafka takes that one, so it's 1-1. Either way, though, Rafka was gonna get over there, kill that worm. Pretty much 100%. But we're on to islands now. This one doesn't look too bad. Well, let's keep going. If anyone's just joining, we are playing Crespo's Worms Tournament 2025, Koras versus Rafka. We're out of the group stage. We're into the first round of the playoffs. And it's not a lot of players, so like after this round would be into the quarterfinals, then the semis, then the finals. What? This map is like almost good, but not quite. It's really annoying. Alright, let's keep going. As the host, it is my duty to provide the fairest map that has ever been produced. Alright, folks, we're on to round 3. Okay, so Rafka's up first again. He's got some worms he really needs to move, it looks like, in the middle. He's probably going to use 2 worm selects, I'm guessing. Yeah, I was thinking just move Monica, just because he could move Maddie down there, but either way, like, one of these worms is kind of killable. And this one doesn't take a rope, just takes a jump. As far as his hide, I think that's still knockable. Just starting off with a basic kill. Those first kills are almost always baseball bats or dynamites on these island maps. Alright, Koras has to consider things carefully. There are actually 2 double kills that he could get. Both of them probably require 1 rope, if not 2. Has to defend, though. Has to get his own worms out of the way. This is probably not going to kill. Oh my god. Okay. Well. Say very nice and bad luck on the landing. So yeah, that dynamite, that was like pixel perfect. Very surprising that worked. Okay, interesting move. So Rafka uses his trapped worm to block. That's a common thing. You know, you don't want to be too reckless with your use of worm select, so it does make a lot of sense. That block really does prevent a double kill here. Koras missing a rope. Very unfortunate. He's definitely not playing in peak condition here. He said he was, you know, I think he had to work all day or something. He's been up for 14 hours, so. He's really trying to get this done. Okay, just making sure to get a kill. Okay, one reason that Rafka chose Bazooka there, the blast of the Bazooka and the blast of the oil drum are like the same. So that means that the combined blast keeps the worm in place, so the worm doesn't fly to safety, which always got to watch out for. Oh, and that it looks like that worm was not knockable. There's a little 2-pixel rise, which could not be seen unless you were like scanning the ground before. Okay, moving on to the backup plan, low gravity bat. It's interesting that last round, neither player used their special weapons at all. Okay, Rafka has some options. Might be going for that pile down there. So that's 2 worms, but he might be going for Tesla. Yeah, reduce the worm count. It's basically a guaranteed double kill there. I will say, like, even if the worm healths are low, getting 2 worms is pretty much always better than 1. Let's see what Koras is thinking here. Probably just wants to make sure that his Tesla worm doesn't get killed. Okay, correctly blocked the next worm in the sequence. At this point, Koras is probably annoyed that he did not go for that double kill in the lower right. Like, maybe it would have cost 2 ropes, but typically that's a worthy trade. Okay, Rafka just tunnels out of there. So see how that bought Koras time to just move this worm? No worm select needed. Okay, looks like he wants to kill Maddie. Most obvious pick here. Yeah, going with a grenade to make sure the worm doesn't pop up. Oh, no way. Don't tell me the worm lived. Okay. Still a bit of bad luck on that bounce. Like, the worm just went right into him. Okay, so Rafka has 3 blocked worms now. Koras has 1. Rafka has 5 worms, Koras has 4, so... At the moment, it's still in Rafka's favor. Okay, fascinating. I'm wondering if we'll see a petrol. No, I don't think petrol... Well... Because the Gata just went like a, what, turn or 2 ago? The petrol's gonna run out. Okay, I like it. We have a potentially bold move here. What the heck? This is, quite... Huh, didn't even set off the mine. Well, I mean, he could have, like, bowed, I think. Actually, I'd have to look at that again. I need the land to be there. But yeah, Penny's in a really dangerous spot now with that hole at the bottom. This is tough, actually. Rafka needs to make his way out. But once he opens, he needs to not be killable. Yeah, chicken, I think that is a dead... I think Penny is dead. Pretty sure. And thanks so much to whoever just subscribed. Keeping my eyes on the game so I can't check. At some point, I'll probably like... Well, I mean, I guess I have... I guess I have two monitors, technically. Just want to keep the resources to a minimum, you know? Just making a pathway up with this worm, I don't know if that accomplishes very much. Could have maybe just blowtorched through the tree, and hiding in that torch tunnel would make it an unblockable spot. Which also wouldn't be doing much, but it would be a little better. And yeah, Rafka's having a hard time just finding a way to get out of here. Does he really want to open? Well, he has opened. The opening has happened. Yeah, I'm curious what Koras is going to do now. I mean, that Worm D is killable, but there isn't like a double kill opening up. He needs something like a double kill. Oh, I'm glad you remember that little trick, KRD. He said jump sheep, Tom, to the right. If you backflip a worm up, then release an animal, the animal will knock the worm just a little bit. I believe it wouldn't knock that worm enough. Koras has walked into a trap spot, which really sucks. That's unfortunate. It doesn't look like too much like a trap spot, but I also would not walk up there. Hey there, Chris in chat. Yeah, at this point, it looks like Rafka doesn't have to do anything special to maintain the lead. Okay, Nasty Nas may have a chance to do some kind of attack, but what attack he should do, I mean, beats me. Try to kill D is the only real power move. And I believe that is, yeah, Koras' last rope. Yeah, that was not gonna work. You're gonna need an extra holy hand grenade. The deluxe edition. Comeback not looking super likely for Koras here. Attacking Nasty Nas appears to be too difficult for this worm. Okay, he's just gonna block. Okay, just escaping and doing some damage. So this turn, yeah, it could just be a shotgun to kill. Needs to get the right angle. Yeah, a little weird. He kind of had to, like, get to the left of the worm to finish him off there. Slight mistake there, but yeah, Koras cannot escape easily with this worm. Okay, looks like a sheep should be a pretty easy double. Yeah, I don't think that double could have gone wrong. So, Koras has 2 worms. Rafka's got 5 still. Okay, Koras is just giving this one up. Okay, so Rafka is up 2-1. Okay, and we keep going. That is the same map I just picked. I don't know. Let's get those objects good. All right, come on, you fruits. Let's see. Okay, so we're on round 4. Chicken says 5 hours later. Okay, Koras is up first. Can get some revenge for that last round. Let's see. Definitely got to move these 3 worms. Is he going to set off the mine that's right by his worms? I guess not. Okay, good rope in there. I was thinking maybe he could just, like, try and sheep this worm. Okay, dynamite. Gets a pretty good hide there. Okay, Koras starts off with a pretty standard single kill. Pretty textbook. Pretty by the books. There's at least a double kill idea with Asshole and Penny there. It's not like super easy because you'd have to knock Penny first and might not pan out. So it looks like, yep, Rafka's just going for the low gravity bat. And his jump backfires. His jump backfires in a spot where he can get double batted. This is not good for Rafka. I mean, he knew that jump was going to be absolutely crucial. Okay, Koras forced to use a rope and low gravity. Chicken says, what should he do to try and not be subject to that? I mean, honestly, you just have to, like, look at the land a lot before your retreat. Just have to find like the flattest part of the land to jump from, but yeah, even then, I mean, like, it is one of those things that's like down to sub-pixels when you do a forward jump on uphill land. Okay, interesting. It looks like we might get a cow. But what? Okay. Okay. A kill and a lot of damage. And Rafka did not have time to get this Monica worm out of the way. I just don't think he would have had time to do that. Kind of a problem, though. Koras did not... He would have needed to use a rope to get Nasty Nas to safety. But now that worm's kind of a target. Yep, Rafka just going over here, going for the easy kill. See, Trented Pape wanted a Mine Knock with Jetpack. Yeah, that might have been possible. I'd have to look back at where the mine was on the land. Okay, so Koras has 5 worms, Rafka only 4. Koras needs to worry about his lower right worm too. It's a pretty simple kill there. Also, yeah, that one worm that died down there, yeah, it seemed like just a grenade. Toss a grenade from a slight distance, retreat to safety. Little curious, Koras is making a girder just so he can get up. In the mid game, I basically never do that. Like, girders are for blocking. To have to use a girder to, like, get higher would probably mean you wasted too many resources. Oh, well, look at this. I wonder if he's thinking about kamikaze. He's doing the kamikaze motion. If you backflip a worm up and then kamikaze while it's in the air, it will just sink down through the kamikaze hole, since it doesn't hit worms while it's moving. And I don't know if his sound is off or what. He just didn't do anything. So the fact that he didn't do anything that turn, that might cost him the game, honestly. We'll see. Okay, just a classic shotgun turn.
Niech no cię złapie! Zrzut!
Okay, of course, had to save jetpack for this worm, I think. Could block with this worm too. It's a possibility, but might as well get the worm in the action. Could just shotgun in order to... Actually, I'm not sure what the worm order is now. This isn't really that much of a pushdown. The worm can just crawl right back up. Well, it's certainly true that Doman down there could be killed with Holy. Could be killed with a rope knock too. After gaining the lead, Koras needs to make sure to keep the pressure up. I wonder if he will try to attack Doman, or could go for a Gata over there. Bit of a strange move, I think. Oh, okay. Just gonna open up his worm. Yeah, keeping your worms unblocked is pretty important. Seems like a case of just, yeah, kill the easy worm.
Już po tobie! Do zobaczenia.
Now, this worm down here doesn't necessarily have an amazing unkillable hide. Anywhere you hide, you can be rope knocked and sent into the water somehow.
Pudło! Zrzut!
This worm could actually go down to the left and get a kill. One reason that would be good is if you went down to the left and got a kill, then another worm would have to come after you if they wanted to kill you, and they would also be killable in one turn. Oh, wow, look at this. Let's see. Oh, that's evil. What an evil landing. That's... There was some chance of that working. So Kora's got ahead, but unfortunately the past like few moves he's done just have not... Like he missed a turn, unblocked a worm, didn't do much damage. Sometimes even just like doing 50 is fine, you know? Yeah, Koras did use his holy in, I think, round 1. He used it in the last round, but it was kind of like after he was pretty much guaranteed to have lost. Okay, let's see what he does here.
Masz za swoje! Masz za swoje!
Okay, pretty straightforward kill.
Pożałujesz. Już po tobie! Żegnajcie! Rozkaz!
So in this situation, this is where like counting health can come into play. So Koras has 1 full health worm, 2 half worms. That's like 4 turns. Whereas Rafka has 2 full health worms and a half worms. That's like 5 turns. So to put things in his favor, it probably would be good to kill Tom in 1 turn if possible. But again, I'm not keeping good track of the resources, so this is definitely the easier move.
If you wait! See ya! Yes, sir!
Okay, Rafka's probably going to go for like the easy option, just kill Penny. 2 worms versus 2 after that. Just thinking a lot about where to hide, I guess.
Już po tobie! Quickly!
Yeah, chicken, if Koras can like 1 turn a worm, then
Pożałujesz.
it would be in his favor.
Zobaczenia. Rozkaz!
So Stanley looks to be... Yeah, he's blocked. Usually Battle Axe is the way out of here. It's the only thing you can really do. So you unblock yourself, cuts the
Masz za
other
swoje!
worm in half.
Yes, sir!
So yeah, Rafka kills this worm.
Hurry up!
Koras kills Rafka's worm. Then Rafka has the first attack on Koras. And then Koras may potentially tie, or maybe he can magically kill with Holy Hand Grenade.
Revenge! Do zobaczenia. Rozkaz!
So yeah, once it gets down to one worm versus 1 worm, it can be kind of interesting because, like, there's definite tie possibilities that can happen. And they're typically just down to, like, the exact,
I'll get you.
exact health the worms have, the exact spots that they land on, the intricacies of the terrain.
Just you wait. See ya. Yes, sir.
Hmm. Let's see, is Rafka probably gonna rope straight up there? Oh, jetpack. Still got it? Okay. He has to be very, very careful about where he hides. Like, really careful. Although, wherever he hides, I think Koras can still get a tie.
Quickly.
I mean, he's probably going to hide. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Okay, well, we might have. There could be a tie attempt here, or maybe Koras will, like, try to last till sudden death. Or he could use petrol. There might be just enough room to actually get a kill if he could holy him through the little gap. I think that would be pretty absurd. If he's gonna try that, then oh, don't tell me, don't do it. No, this is oh my god, dude. You really want to try this?
Niechto. Yes, sir.
He really went for it. I could tell it really needed to be more left, but yeah. Why do that? Okay, all right. So Rafka got it.
Do zobaczenia.
Okay, so it looks like Rafka wins 3-1. Yeah, well played to both players. Good set of matches. I mean, I think Koras did a good job. It's just there were just some, like, mistakes, missing a rope, just some, like, jumping mistakes, things like that. But Rafka played really solidly. He didn't make too many mistakes. Oh, I was going to say good playing, man. Okay, well, I guess that's it for the stream. Yeah, thanks everybody for watching, and have a good night. Catch you all later. Good games.